I'm a 21-year redditor with stage 4 terminal cancer, AMA. Anyone dying young is a tragedy, so I'm incredibly sorry for you and your family. Your willingness to do this Ask Me Anything is admirable. I have a small suggestion, which might be the ultimate gift to your family long after you're gone. This was an idea I saw in an old movie. There is an old 1993 movie, I'm in my mid-40s, starring Michael Keaton called My Life, where he's diagnosed with cancer and given 4 months to live. It's an ugly cry type movie, but he has young kids and gets a camcorder, remember it's 1993, and starts recording parenting videos for his young kids. Kind of here are some tips on becoming a man later in life. I have 2 young sons and have always said I'd do the same thing should I suffer the same fate. Take videos of yourself and take voice recordings of yourself talking to your parents, siblings, nieces, nephews. It doesn't always have to be profound or sad. It could be reminiscing about old stories or reliving funny stories like the time your dad was trying to put the star on top of the Christmas tree, slipped and took the whole damn tree down. Maybe you record some future milestone videos like for when your sibling has a baby or for when your dad retires. I suggest this because I have a friend in their 40s whose dad died last year and they recently told me I'd give anything to hear his voice again. He has memories, but long just to hear his voice one more time. Our kids are supposed to bury us, not the other way around. Your parents will crave to hear your voice long after you are gone. Damn, I'm tearing up just typing this. My best to you, young man. May your life be lived to the fullest, however long that may be. This is really a top comment. I'll definitely consider this, and I think it's so nice to give my loved ones the option to remember me positively. Thank you. What's the one thing that makes you completely laugh your ass off? Like tears in your eyes, snort laugh, stomachache laugh. And contrarily, what's the one thing that makes you cry in sadness? Thanks for the Ask Me Anything. Sending you comfort. Haha, like this one. Seeing busy people in public places hurrying and stressing because they are late on schedule, or say, people really giving themselves a hard time over something that I find in the light of my situation very irrelevant. Makes me laugh thinking, there really is more to life than always being busy. My tip, once in a while, really choose for yourself. What makes me really sad is the fate of my parents and sister. I'm twins and we really had the plans to grow up, both have families and be close with each other. That's a future she has to face alone now. That hurts so much. Thanks for your comment. This is why I do this Ask Me Anything. Hello fellow redditors. I'm OP's twin sister. It's devastating to know that my brother and best friend isn't gonna be there when I turn 80. Knowing that he's not able to attend life events like getting my nursing degree or getting married, etc. is heartbreaking. But he is still here and we're going to make some more memories in the time that we have left. I'm going to be around here to help my brother answer your questions. Thanks for the support. It means a lot. Red heart. Glad you're here winking face. Genuinely curious. What made you want to do this? I'm really intrigued about how other people feel towards someone in this situation. I'm a person who is very open towards my death. It helps me in the process as well. Like a therapy maybe winking face. What's the feeling like to know your fate? Quite damning as you can imagine. But it's actually a battle that I'm fighting. That costs energy. When the doctors told me they only would treat to soften pain, it gave a feeling of relief, weirdly enough. Angiosarcoma survivor here. Just want to say frick cancer. You rock. Frick cancer. My heart hurts seeing you like this, man. But I got so many questions to ask you, so please bear with me. 1. How does your family feel about your current situation? 2. Do you think you lived your life to the fullest? I know, dumb question since you are only 21, but what I mean is, did you have a good HS life? Did you have a lot of friends? Did you have a GF? Etc. etc. 3. Do you believe in an afterlife? Like, do you think there is a different universe? Like, what is your concept of death? Are you scared of dying? Or are you scared of the feeling of not knowing what death is like? 4. It hurts to ask me this, But how do you plan on spending the last months of your life? 5. What are some of the things you are gonna miss the most? People that you are gonna miss the most? And what are you proud of the most? Please respond back to me, man. I really want to know. Hey man, you have some good questions and I'll gladly answer them. Of course it's devastating for them. They know beforehand they'll lose a son. But how weird and maybe even uncomfortable as it sounds, we are enjoying the moments I'm still here. Which brings me here, and yes, I had a pretty nice life. Girlfriend, did a lot of activities, sport. I am only 21, granted, but the thing I did, I always did it, because I chose for my own happiness. That makes me feel very happy about the time that I had. I'm scared, because I really don't know what to expect. I'm not religious myself, but deep inside, I hope I could watch over my loved ones. Doing nice thing with friends and family. That's so important. It's one of the things I learned in the past year and a half. Time since diagnosis. I talked with many terminal people and we all say the same. When death comes, money doesn't matter. People do. My friends and family. Those I'll miss the most, of course. I'm most proudest of the people I helped. My case is really bad for my age. And in the hospital, I was in the young adults area most of the time. So I spoke to many young adults who had a hard time getting through chemo. I myself am very experienced in this treatment, so I could ease the pain a bit for them and talk to them. I actually had the nursing team told me that a 17-year-old girl mentioned specifically. I had helped her so much. I hope she does well, by the way. So I think I covered everything. Ask more if you'd like. Is there anything I can do for you, bro? This support is plenty. Lots of love. How long did it take to accept your unfortunate fate? What was the hardest part about accepting it? When I got diagnosed, the first thing you focus on is actually getting better. But while I had a stable situation, I began to see the situation how it really is. It was bad. The hardest part is always thinking you'll live life until you're old, have kids, etc. I have to accept that I just won't. But it made me aware of how limited time everybody in general, of course, have. So I enjoy my time right now. What do you do to entertain yourself? Do you have any top 3 books, songs, bands, or movies you've discovered since the diagnosis? Music in general, I love it. I love shooters and Rocket League in games. I'll be visiting Hollywood Undead in April, kinda as a last wish. I love the Stephen King books. You could go to a tattoo parlor and see if they would let you give her a tiny tattoo. It would be pretty cool if you could give her one. Even if it doesn't look good, it would be extremely special. Oh my god, that's so cool. Thanks so much. Have you ever used psychedelics? What are some things that you really want to do before you pass? I have used weed and I'm using medical weed right now. And I don't really have something that I want to do in particular. Just enjoying my time. How has your view of death changed since your diagnosis? What is the most important thing you feel you will miss out on? I haven't had to face a terminal illness, but the thought of that happening does scare me. People don't often believe me when I say it, but I honestly don't fear death itself, but I do fear how I could die. By reading your answers and responses in this thread, it seems you are a very deep thinking individual. I admire that more than anything in a person. Maybe the reason you are leaving early is because you truly are wise beyond your years. I liked how in one response to a question you stated you feel very sorry for your family having to go on without you. How much it hurts you to know that. I think of death more often than the average person, and that bothers me more than most things about it. The fact that if I died my fiance and parents would have to go on. I feel that most people don't think that way. Most are just scared for themselves. I wish I could give you a hug and I wish I could split the years I have left with you. I'm only 30 and I would do it without second thought. I'm sorry if someone already asked this, but what are your thoughts for what happens next? I saw you aren't religious, neither am I. But I do believe all consciousness survives. I never could understand how or why people feel that is any crazier than us being here in the first place. String theory proposes that there is 11 spatial dimensions. Just last year in 2018, scientists were able to carry out an experiment with light and crystals that showed obstructions in the light. These obstructions were coming from the fourth spatial dimension. It was the first time that we have ever been able to actually directly observe anything like this. To think there is so much going on around us at all times and to think we know it all is comical. I feel the materialistic view of reality will be shattered within 50 years. Nothing is even solid. Just billions of atoms swirling around one another creating the illusion of solidity. Sorry for the rant, but I would love to know what you think and I wanted to give you a little to think about yourself. If you ever want to chat with someone, I will always be here, man. Feel free to PM me whenever. You really make me think about all this indeed. It's not crazier for an afterlife to be here than it is for us being here. I'm open and I'll see what's next. I truly appreciate your comment. Totally agree with you. What's the meaning of life, right? Have you agreed on a sign you could attempt to send your sister or parents if there is something on the other side? Like sending a bird to tap on the window or something? Would be funny if that worked, right?